to the next point. We should ensure whatever we say is clear.
That means work is being done. We can see that it is in opposite direction. It is against.
Hi learners, a pleasant moment with you again. Thank you for staying with us on the e-learning platform organized by the Kaduna State Government. Today we're going to be rounding up the topic output devices. We had actually started output devices in our previous class and we're unable to round it up, but today I'm going to give, for us to actually have a better understanding, I'll give a recap of what we've done and would continue. We were able to define an output device. Not to forget, my name is Ezekiel Anthony, and I'm a computer studies teacher, and keep listening and keep learning. So we define an output device as as a device or an equipment or a peripheral, either of which you call it. It could be called a peripheral. It could also be called a device, that is used to send out processed information or processed data. I beg your pardon. Processed data to the viewing or to the user. Output devices, we had seen input devices sending in data for processing. Then after the computer is able to process this very data, information is brought out. And the only way out is through the output devices. These output devices are used to present you with your processed data, like when you type a document and you want to print it out, you want to have a hard copy of what you have typed. You have it on hard copy through the printer, which is an example of an output device. Likewise, you also want to play a video, for instance, or an audio on your phone or on your laptop or wheresoever. The moment you click on play, the output device, which is your monitor, enable you to view every picture you are playing or that's been displayed. Likewise, for the audio aspect, you have what we call your speaker, which enables you to hear everything that is being said in the video. So these are all output devices that are used to project outward useful information to you. We also saw the plotter. The plotter is also one very important output device. We said is used to project out high graphic images. It carries a lot of quality and it's normally in a bigger size than our normal printer. For instance, you're printing out the map of Nigeria or the map of the entire world on a very big sheet. Plotter does that. Some of our flex banners and so on and so forth, we use the plotter to do bigger and larger work. Today we are going to be considering two major output devices, that is our printer and our monitor. We'll be seeing different types of printers and monitors. Then by the end of today's class, we hope to be able to define the circuitry and the enclosure of a monitor. We also hope to see the different types of monitors. And thirdly, we also hope to see the types of printers we have. And lastly, we're going to be having a comparative study of different kinds of printers to see how they act and how they function and how they vary from each other. starting with the circuitry. The circuitry is the entire electronic component located in the monitor. This supplies the monitor power in order to display text and graphics. If you're privileged to open a monitor naked, or let me call it naked now so you would understand, when the enclosure is removed, you're going to see the circuitry, what makes up the entire monitor, your ability to actually see pictures and to have a lot of displays and audios. You would see the circuitry, a different cathode, the cathode ray tubes. You're going to be seeing the circuits. You're going to be seeing different cords, different wires, different slots that enables you insert one or two devices that eventually gives you what you have as your monitor. So we have the circuitry. This circuitry is an enclosure of electronic wires and electronic device that measure up or that gives life to your monitor. And likewise on your circuitry behind your monitor, we have other slots like the HDMI slots, ports, let me call them ports. We have the HDMI ports which we use to actually display a lot of graphics, videos, and so on. We also have the display port, without which you would not be able to see a lot of things. The display port enables you to see every picture you see. Every picture you see or you're able to see, to view on your monitor, is gotten through your display port. We also have the power. That's aside the VGA, we have the power port. That powers it supplies the electricity to the monitor. And we have the USB port, where we could actually insert either our flash drives, that's a universal serial bus, or any kind of device we hope to actually slot in. That is also found on different monitors, depending on the kind of monitor you're using. Some monitors don't actually have the USB port, except on the central processing unit. That's the rectangular shape that is used to display information. So that is what constitutes the circuitry. We have the enclosure, just like I said earlier on. The enclosures are panels covering your monitor. If your monitor is left open and naked, I'm very sure you would not be able to use it, and you'll be exposed to one electric shock or the other. The enclosure actually houses, or it covers, the entire circuitry and gives it a better look. And this is how the enclosure looks, just like it's displayed on the picture here. You can see that this very monitor is well enclosed and is looking very good looking, and you would want to use it because everything is covered. If the circuitry were left open, I'm very sure you would not love to see it and you would not be able to use it effectively. So this is what we refer to as the enclosure of the monitor. We have types of monitor. Basically, we'll be considering two major types of monitor. We have the monochrome monitor, and we also have the colored monitor. The monochrome monitors, this display text and graphics in one color only. Generally, the color range from gray to blue to black to white. They are used to display text and untraditional monitors, e.g. the CRT monitor. The CRT means the cathode ray tube. This monochrome monitor, it's not colored, and it has been one of the monitors that has been used a long time ago, before we have all of the beautiful monitors we have now that are very attractive. And when you go back with me, for people that have actually lived some years now, you remember when you used black and white TV, right? We don't have colored TVs then. Everything you can see is just black and white. We call them black and white TVs, and they are made up of white, just this color. Basically, you would see the gray color, the black color, and the white color. Likewise, this monitor, It does not come with a lot of beautiful colors. It has what? Basically one color only. And the color ranges from what? The gray, the blue, the black, and the white. So we call them black and white. So when you're wearing a colored dress, it would not show, but all we see the black and white. That is how the monochrome monitor is. That's just from the word mono. Mono means one. So it has just a color that it displays. Then secondly, we have what we call the colored monitor. The color monitored monitor. Yeah. All modern monitors are nearly colored. They display a myriad of colors of text and graphics. E.g., we have the LCD, that's the liquid crystal display. The colored monitor is just the opposite of the monochrome. It constitutes different coloration. It carries, you can have all of the display. If you're wearing a pink dress, the monitor is able to display a pink what? Dress. If you're wearing a purple dress, if you have a red background, and so on. So this very colored monitors are what? Are examples. We have the liquid crystal display. They carry what? Colored text even. And that's why today we can actually do a lot of things. The graphics people can do a lot of things. You could manipulate CorelDRAW, you could manipulate Microsoft Word, giving your text different colors and so on, because what we are able to identify them using what? The colored monitor. Then going back to types of printers, we'll be considering these two major types of printers, which are what? The impact printers and the non-impact printers. The impact printers. An impact printer forms characters and graphics on a piece of paper by striking a mechanism against an ink ribbon, an ink ribbon that is in physical contact with the paper. Consequent on the striking activity, impact printers generally are noisy. Examples are, we have the lines printer, the Dice printer, the dot matrix printers. So this very impact printers, just from the word impact, when we say something has an impact, there must be a contact and there must be a force that is being applied for you to have an impact on something. If you're putting an impact on something, you must have applied one form of force or energy to ensure that the impact comes to play. Likewise, the impact printer, it brings about a strand, an impact. There's a striking, there's what we call the ribbon, a striking between the paper and the ribbons and the ink. Then it's able to generate our text and so on and so forth. And we see examples are the line printers. Let's see what the line printers looks like. The line printers have a spinning horizontal drum that stretches the full width of the paper, which is separated from it by an ink ribbon. The drum is made up of 132 thin cylinders, each having a complete set of characters. Behind the paper is a roll of 132 hammers that strikes the paper at the right moment to select the required character from the corresponding cylinder. The line printers are used for high volume, low quality output and are very, very noisy. Yes, the impact between the ribbons and the paper are felt because of how much strength or how much force is being put to actually put on text on possibly your paper or whatsoever sheet you're printing on. That very impact that is made by the line printers brings out a lot of noise. We have the Dice wheel printers. On a Dice wheel printer, the complete set of characters is held on a removable wheel which consists of a central collar radiating out from which are set of spokes. The hammer and the wheel assembly moves across the paper, striking it through an inked ribbon. These printers can produce high quality output but are limited to the range of characters on the wheel. That's actually beautiful. It sounds better than the line printer. While the line printer cannot actually bring out much quality, this is bringing a higher quality. You know, technology always evolves from a lesser or from an inferior product to a superior product, making it better, and that's why we have better phones today. We started with very low technology and they're getting better. Likewise, most of these devices, they come in different forms and you're able to manage them, and they are made better over the day. And this is, then we have the dot matrix printer, which is an example of the printers we've listed earlier on. The dot matrix printer have a horizontal moving head with a vertical line of pins mounted inside. An inked ribbon is located between the head and the paper, and as the head moves, pin strikes the ribbon to form each character a series of dots. The best quality printer have heads with 24 pins, and low quality ones have just 9 pins. The printer can produce small dots anywhere on the paper. It supports word graphics and have soft fonts. Dot matrix printers are quite noisy also. So they also have an impact. In as much as we have a ribbon, there's an impact that has to come thereafter. Okay, now we're going to be considering the non-impact printers very fast. A non-impact printer forms characters and graphics on a piece of paper without actually striking the paper. Some spray ink, while others use pressure and heat to create image. Because of this, printers do not strike the paper. They are less noisy than the impact printers. Examples are the inkjet printers, the laser printers, and the thermal printers. So the non-impact is just the opposite of the impact. Here we have a printer that does not actually make any reasonable striking. There is no striking between ribbons, the ink, the paper, trying to bring out images. Non-impact is less noisy, and it's one of the most used printers now because it's easy going, and we can actually use it, and it's more efficient if you ask me. We have the inkjet printer. Is also an example. We could see a diagram of an inkjet printer. This type of computer printer produces digital images by propelling variably sized droplets of ink on the paper without much noise. The laser printer, which you could actually see in most of the places we go for either making photocopies, business centers, computer centers, we see them a lot. The laser printers also, the paper is given an electrostatic charge by passing it over a charge drum, and then a laser scan is discharging all clear areas. And we could actually see that the laser printer is quiet and are used for high quality or low and high volume work. It comes with less noise, and it have what we call the tuner. That's the ink, which could be refilled and could be used to do several or very high graphics. It clearer and it's more effective. You have better graphics compared to other printers. Then we take the comparative very briefly, the comparative between printers. We have the dot matrix printers and the dicey wheel printer. The dot matrix printer produces quality documents, while on the other hand, the dicey printer, their output quality is low compared to what the dot matrix printer. The dot matrix printer, they are very expensive compared to the dicey wheel printer. Then the dicey wheel printers are cheaper than the dot matrix printer. The dot matrix printer, they are used for printing text documents only, while the dicey wheel printer, they are used for printing both text, charts, and graphs. The dot matrix printers are slow. The dicey wheel printers are not slow as the dot matrix printer. Then coming back to the known impact printers, the inkjet printers and the laser printer. We're going to be making a comparative between these two different types of printers. The inkjet printer, they are very cheap and affordable in price, while the laser printer, they are expensive compared to the inkjet printers. The inkjet printers are usually slow in producing hard copies. The laser printer are usually fast in producing hard copies. The inkjet are very portable. The laser, they are not actually too portable compared to the inkjet printer. The inkjet printers are not suitable for mass production. The laser printers are suitable for mass production. The inkjet printer are useful in printing domestic applications, while the laser printers are useful in printing both domestic applications and commercial applications. Well, we've come to the end of our class today, and it's actually been an awesome moment with you, my learners. But I would not actually leave you without doing nothing. I hope to keep you busy with this very assignment. The assignment goes thus. Number 1, what is an output device? I still want you to define an output device for me. Number 2, mention 4 different types of printers. 4 different types of printers. Number 3, state 3 differences between the impact and non-impact printers. I come again. Number 1, what is an output device? Number 2, mention 4 different types of printers. Number 3, state 3 differences between impact and non-impact printers. You could also make references for more knowledge. Yes, you could make references to these very textbooks. We have the HIIT PLC, Computer Studies for Senior Secondary Schools. We also have the Advanced Computer Science for Senior Secondary Schools. And of course, we have the www.google.com, which I would always say Google is your friend. For every information you would need, Google is your friend. All you need to do is just to Google it, and you would have more of this for you to actually understand. So keep going through your Google, keep studying your textbooks, and you would have a wider range of understanding. I remain myself, Ezekiel Abrak Anthony, and after you're done with your assignment, you could actually contact me on this very number, 080-364-20271. I come again, 080-364-20271. So you stay safe and keep learning. And don't forget, he who plans to fail, fails to plan. But when you are planning to succeed, you're actually planning not to fail. God bless you and enjoy the rest of your day. Thank you.